Hello, everybody. So I've talked about this many times before. I raised my concerns many times. I've raised it to TDs and things like that. But again, no TD cares. Let's be fair. They don't care about protecting children anymore. They just want to go with the agenda, basically. And we see this now in this bill that's coming, with this new legislation, or whatever you would call it, for the upgrading of sex education in national schools and secondary schools, etc., etc., etc. Now, I'm sure people would agree they need to know the B's and E's, obviously, in terms of sex education and stuff like that. And that's, I'm sure everybody can agree that that's fine than somebody loaning at the back of the shed, right, or something like that. It's better. It's better in that kind of regard. But what they're talking about doing, it goes a bit more than that. It's very, very radical. It's something that you would see nearly in California and stuff like that. And as I say, the schools are not made for indoctrination camps. That's usually universities and colleges. They're usually indoctrination camps for people to turn into little I don't know, minions. Let's put that way. For the far left and stuff like that. But let's be fair. Let's call a spade for a second. What they're talking about doing, what the Minister of Education, we all know she's not well in the head anyway, because let's be fair, she has proven time and time. Well, to be totally honest, I don't think she gives a shit what anybody thinks, because to be totally honest, we've seen her many times not giving a shit. So I don't think she's going to change it. I think she's too stubborn to change it. Regardless if everybody in the country went out on the street, I think she's that stubborn. She won't do it. She won't change just to piss everybody off. But what they're planning to do at the moment, teach it really is wokeness at the moment. It's wokeness education more than anything else. They're talking about white privilege. They're talking about teaching kids, secondary school and primary school, about the white privilege and stuff like that. How they should be so great for the white privilege and things that people don't have that much privilege. You know, this kind of nonsense that's going to be going on. And it's nonsense. Let's call it straight. It's nonsense. It's really, really nonsense. This is Ireland, not America or some other country. This is Ireland. You know, we shouldn't be teaching our children this, our national school children, or even our secondary school children, that if they want to believe it themselves, they can go and read up on a line if they wanted to. But they shouldn't be taught in an education class, which I'm sure you and I pay our taxes for our children to be taught maths, English, Irish, geography, a bit of history, maybe a bit of art, a bit of metalwork and woodwork and things like that in secondary school and stuff like that. That's where our taxes go to. We don't want them to be going to be indoctrinated. We don't pay for the luxury of them to be indoctrinated in school. And this is beyond a joke, talking about teaching people white privilege and stuff like that. Let's call it straight. It is bullshit. Let's be fair. Again, this is Ireland. Let's call it straight. It is Ireland. It's not America. I know they go on about it in America and stuff like that. Like, it's just really American culture that's coming over here, which shouldn't be really listened to. Let's be fair. Let's still be in a school setting. That's just my opinion. Again, I know a lot of people would agree with me in that schools are not made for that. And again, we see this in other aspects of the bill too. They're trying to teach toddlers how to, it's very inappropriate to even talk about, ever even consider it. What the two people for profit, and even the Irish government being involved, being again involved, and the Green Party, of course, do all what to do the same. And it's all about taking the innocence away from children. That's really the end of the day what they do. And they want to break down the family. We all have seen this hundreds of times in the past, in the last few years. They want to break down the family. They don't want children to be in the family. They want them to be in their own kind of, I don't know, how would you call it, same gender ideology family. Let's put it that way. They don't like family. That's the one thing. What they think, as Mikey Healy said, he was talking to few people outside the door the other day in the protection rally gets for children, and he said the one thing they don't like is God. They want to take God out of the picture. Let's be fair, and that's what they want to do. As simple as that. That's the straight up bat. They want to take God out of the picture. They want to think they can do their own thing and nobody can judge them. There's no higher authority that can stop them from doing what they want. And again, it's all about taking God out of the picture. And it's pure and simple that they just want to break down the family. And the family is the most important thing. For NGOs and things that they break down to destroy. They want to destroy it. And obviously the first thing to do is destroy the children's minds, so they don't have children and things like that. And I wonder why the birth rates, the birth rates decreasing and stuff like that. But let's call a spade here. What to do now is more than they should be doing. Let's just say it straight. They shouldn't be going on about this nonsense in schools and stuff like that. Maybe teach them the B's and the N's, and I'm sure people agree, the basic stuff, and then the parents can teach the rest if they wish to. But what they're planning to do at the moment is more than even other countries even other states in America would ever tolerate. And it's simple as that. It cannot be tolerated. It cannot be accepted. And if it does be accepted, we have to go out on the street. We have to kick up a fuss. Because again, our children now are the next generation. We have to think about that. And they will have to face so many problems and stuff like that coming into the next generation, as we do in this generation, obviously. Every generation has its problems. We can't let children of this generation be weak, be indoctrinated for the next generation, and then the next generation will be the same. It's a snowball effect. And again, it's just my opinion, and I think many people should agree that it's beyond nonsense that even thinking about this in their heads. And I even know of children at the moment that have special needs and stuff. They don't have a special needs teacher. They can't get special needs teachers for them. You think the Department of Education done before, they'd be more worried about that in providing people with autism and dyslexia and stuff like that with special needs teachers, instead of worrying about this kind of nonsense, which shouldn't be given any resources whatsoever in a national primary school, secondary school, regardless what school it is. Again, colleges are kind of like that, so there's nothing new you can do, because it's kind of already been like that for the last 30 years. Nearly, colleges have been indoctrination camps nearly. But it's just my opinion, it's my view. But we have to protect our children, let's be fair. We have to protect our children. They are the most vulnerable in our society, because their mind's not fully developed until they're 18. And even at that, it's not to 21. Sometimes your mind, some aspects of your mind and sometimes your brain are not developed. And they're very easily misled. I'm sure you can understand. And there should be no political ideology taught in schools. And that's just the way I see it. Or political narratives thought. It should be just all about learning, not about being indoctrinated. Thank you.